It's the start of a new era for the Chicago Maroons football team as they begin their 2024 campaign, and it's the coaching debut of first-year head coach Max Andrews. They'll be taking on the Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags, who last year put together one of their winningest seasons of all time with a record of 8-2, and are led by a powerful senior running back in Justin Edwards, with 43 touchdowns in 3 years. It's D3 football on Graham Sportscasting Channel. I'm Graham Dunwoody. I'll be taking you through today's proceedings as we are just a few minutes away from the D3 college football season getting underway. Teams are listening to the national anthem right now, and after that, we'll have a few minutes before the game kicks off. Claremont-Mudd-Scripps, a coalition of three of California's Claremont colleges, Claremont, McKenna, Harvey Mudd, and Scripps College. Obviously, Chicago just won. Most of Claremont-Mudd-Scripps football talent does come from Claremont McKenna, however. Harvey Mudd makes up a small portion of its Scripps, almost nothing, so it's a very one-sided affair.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And that was the national anthem, so we are just a few minutes away from this game getting underway. Chicago last year a 6-4 season. They have put together 3 straight winning seasons, but Max Andrews will have a transitory role to try to continue that streak. And Claremont-Mudd-Scripps has a lot of stability. They are in their 14th year under head coach Kyle Sweeney, who, before coming to the Stags, spent 2 years as the defensive coordinator of the Chicago Maroons. So, last year they put together an 8-2 season, including a victory over Chicago in their season opener, and that matched their winningest season in program history. Maroons looking to get a statement win to open their season and get Max Andrews his first head coaching win. You're having a little bit of technical difficulties from the stream I'm watching. We'll be back before kickoff. Chicago Maroons wearing white uniforms with their maroon trim, and Claremont-Mudd-Scripps in their home blacks with trim that also looks pretty maroon, but gold edges around the numbers. So coin toss concludes, and the team captains shake hands out there for the Maroons. Aiden Capolino, graduate linebacker. Kyle James, senior running back. Josh Minton, junior defensive back. Leo Lowe, junior kicker. And Aiden Mandel, senior tight end. Those were the captains coming out for the coin toss to begin this game. As the Maroons and Stags run out of the field, we are about ready to get this one started. Chicago won the toss. They will defer to the second half, so the Stags will have first crack on offense. Ball is placed on the tee. Kicker approaches the ball, kicks with his right foot, and it's a high one. Goes to about the 10, fielded by the Stags there. Moving to the 10, 15, 20, moving to the right side, 25, and taken down at about the 30-yard line is the Stags return man. Can't see who that is. That was Thania Bright, defensive back. So it's first down and 10 for the Stags at about the 30-yard line. And the number one priority for these Maroons are going to be slowing down number 45, Justin Edwards, with 43 career touchdowns in 3 years as the starter at running back. Starting quarterback Walter Kuhlenkamp, senior. And he's back to pass here. Looks left, throws left, and it's a short pass complete. And tackled quickly is the receiver by linebacker Aiden Capanello. So a short gain for the Stags, second down and 10. Make that no gain. Ball spotted at the 30 of the Stags. Second down and 10. Kuhlenkamp lines up in a shotgun, and now he motions the receiver onto the wing to the left. Handoff goes Edwards, running middle of the field and taken down after almost no gain. As a big tackle there was made by defensive lineman Mark Gorbatenko of the Maroons, and it's third and long. So Justin Edwards stopped quickly on his first touch of 2024. Picks up 1 yard, it's third down and 9. Kuhlenkamp in a pistol, Edwards behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 right, 6 men on the line. Motions Edwards to his right hip. Kuhlenkamp back to pass. Throws deep down the right sideline, looking for a man, and it is caught at the 38 of U Chicago. And that pass was hauled in by senior wide receiver Anderson Sinkar, who has 11 career touchdowns and was the leading receiver for this Stags team on each of the last 3 seasons. Sinkar gets a big pass from Kuhlenkamp to keep the first drive of the season going. First and 10 for the Stags at the Maroon 39-yard line. 6-man line, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Man in motion across the line. And now they hand off to Edwards, running left side of the 30 out to the 36, and that's where he's taken down by Maroon linebacker Aiden Capanello, but a gain of about 3 for Justin Edwards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Onto the field for the Stags comes sophomore wide receiver Gabe Menendez de Alencar. He lines up off to the left side. Single wing formation for the Stags. Edwards off of the right-hand hip of Kellenkamp. And handoff goes Edwards. No, Kellenkamp keeps running to the 30-yard line, to the 28, and that's where he's taken down by the Maroons. Seamus Kelly, defensive lineman, but it is enough for a first down at the Chicago 27-yard line. So a big run on that little pull option play for the Stags by Kuhlenkamp. 1st and 10 at the Maroon 27. Kuhlenkamp back to pass. He throws right side, and it is at the feet of his intended target. He was looking to get it to Sinkar again, but did not have enough English to get that short screen pass to Sinkar. 2nd down and 10. 12:20 to play in the first quarter. As this Maroon defense looking for a season-opening stop. 6 men on the line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And Kuhlenkamp hands to Edwards, running left side. Gets to the 20-yard line, to the 15. Edwards, and barrels his way forward inside the 10 and down to about the 6. As a strong run from Edwards, taking several Maroons along for the ride. Finally bringing him down was defensive back Josh Minton, but a big run for the ever-dangerous Justin Edwards to about the 6. 1st down and goal for the Stags. Kuhlenkamp hands Edwards, running right side, and he is going to be cut down quickly for a loss of about 1 yard. Senior defensive back Henry Partridge on that tackle out of Dallas, Texas. So no gain for Edwards. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. As looks like a different quarterback in for the Stags. Snap, and he keeps it himself, running right side of the 5 and to the goal line. Touchdown, Stags, as junior quarterback Peter Boehm raced into the end zone around the right end, and the Stags are on the board first at 6-0. So they subbed out Kuhlenkamp, put in their running threat, Peter Boehm, and he raced around the right side and got into the end zone, and an opening drive touchdown for the Stags. Extra point. Rich Bruto, senior kicker, on to kick the extra point out of the hold of Samuel Brewer. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and he connects. 7-0 in favor of the Stags. 11:06 to play in the first quarter. You're listening to Chicago Football on Graham Sportscasting Channel. So after a short break, the kickoff unit comes out. Back to return for the Maroons. Freshman wide receiver Mickey Yesion out of San Marino, California. And back to kick for the Mustangs, Evan Siegel. Make that Dylan Sherman. Sherman approaches the ball, kicks with his right foot, a high one. Yesion will field it about the 10, run to the 15 to the 20, running right side to the 25 to the 30, and he is forced out of bounds right there as a penalty flag flies in at about the 34-yard line, so a good return for the Maroons pending this flag. We'll see what this is. Referees conversing at about the 25. That was where the flag was thrown. And we're going to get a holding penalty against you, Chicago. So that return was sprang by apparently some illegal contact, and the ball will be moved back to the 15-yard line. And coming out for the first drive on offense is junior quarterback Jack Ruff out of Coto de Cazo, California. Last year he had 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And he's under center here. Sends a man in motion. And they hand it off. And running left side and tackled quickly for a loss is senior running back Kyle James. He did not get anything on that play. He lost two trying to run around the left end. Was chased down from behind by senior defensive back Benjamin Littlefield at 2nd down and 12. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hugh rolls Leo low. Make that Aiden Neva off to the left side. Man goes in motion. That's Braden Junker. Handoff goes middle of the field. James to about the 15, and not much more than that, as he was tackled quickly by a swarm of Stags. 3rd down and 9 from the Maroons' 16-yard line after the opening drive touchdown by CMS. New running back in the game, Jake Lowry, sophomore out of Summit, New Jersey. 3rd down and 9. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ruff takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking to the left side. It's tipped away from his intended target, Aiden Neva, but one of the Stags came screaming in. That was defensive back Jacob O'Connell, senior, came in to blow that play up, and it'll be a Maroon punt. Noah Buta back to punt, what it looks like. And he's back here, punts a low wobbly kick, bounces to about the 40 where it's fielded by a Stag. Moves to the 43, and that's about all he'll get. It looked like a football. It was actually a Stag's helmet popping off, but the returner was tackled after a short gain. Don't know who that punter was. Could have been Tad Tan, sophomore out of Alexandria, Virginia. Don't know if all the number changes have gone through on the roster yet. 9:28 to play in the first quarter. Stags up 7-0 and a 3-and-out by the Maroon offense to start this game. The return man for CMS was senior Mason Cotton. Second drive of the game. Kuhlenkamp back in, and he will take it himself, running to the right side of the 45 to the 48-yard line, and that's where he's taken out of bounds by senior linebacker Aiden Capolino. It's a short gain for Kuhlenkamp on 1st down. Second down and 7 from the Stag 48-yard line. 9:21 to play in the first quarter. Stag 7, Maroons nothing. Kuhlenkamp with Edwards off his right hip. Kuhlenkamp passes left side, and a short pass is complete Got it to Anderson Sinkar, but that's only a gain of about 1 as Sinkar had to retreat to make that catch. It's 3rd down and 6 for this Stag offense. Clock runs under 9 minutes in the first quarter. Kuhlenkamp in the backfield with Edwards off his left hip. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Kuhlenkamp back to pass. Running out of time. Throws to the right side. That is overthrown his intended target. He wanted to find Mason Cotton, but it was well over his head. That's a 3 and out for the Stag offense. He'll have to punt it away. So, after a shaky first drive, the Chicago defense toughens up, gets a stop, and they'll get the ball back after the Stags punt it away. It's an odd formation. 3 men, all standing at the line. Is the punter just really far back? Snap back. And the kick from the 36-yard line. It's a good one. Bounces to about the 20 to the 15. He'll let it roll to the end zone. Not toward the end zone, but defensive back Josh Minton just let it roll to about the 10-yard line, it'll be spotted at the 11, and that's where this Maroon offense will begin its second drive. So Jack Ruff and this Maroon offense will try to bounce back on this drive. We got a new running back in. That's freshman Miles Parlett, who's standing behind Ruff as he goes under center. Miles Parlett out of La Jolla, make that Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Jesus. And he gets the ball here, running left side to the 15. Breaks the tackle to the 15 to the 20, and he spins down to about the 22. So a good first run in a Maroon uniform for Miles Parlett. Gets about 10 or 11 yards. Should be enough for a first down at the 23-yard line. Parlett, a 5'9 freshman from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Now he's to the left hip of Ruff. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Parlett goes in motion. They'll screen it out to him. He's got to make a man miss to the 20, to the 23, and not much more than that as a good open field tackle was made with the Stags. Parlett's helmet came off. So he was run down by a big Stag, Joey Asta, their big senior linebacker. 20 career sacks. He's got a big presence on this defense. 2nd down and 10. Kyle James behind Ruff, under center. They send a man in motion. And handoff goes James, sweeping to the left side to the 22, trying to find any space at all, and he doesn't really have much. Gets maybe a yard. Tackle was made by senior linebacker George Scaff for the Stags. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 11. Make it 10 from the Maroon 23. Another running back enters the game. Jake Lowry. He's off to the left-hand hip of Ruff. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ruff sends a man in motion toward the line. Goes back out, and now Ruff takes a snap. He's back to pass. Ruff running out of time, and he's going to be grabbed and sacked as he was hit and dropped by a blitzing linebacker. That was Calvin, make that George Scaff, who brought Ruff down as he was looking to the left to pass. Make that Elijah Costa, senior linebacker. So back to punt for the second time. Tad Tan, sophomore out of Alexandria, Virginia. Back to punt here, and he gets it away. Ball high to about the 50, and it bounces out of bounds near midfield. So that's where the Stag offense will start its second drive. Stags 7, Maroons nothing, 5:58 to play in quarter number 1. Ball is spotted at the Stag 45-yard line as the Maroon defense is already out in the field, ready for another drive. And here comes the Stag offense. Roberts lines up off the right hip of Kellencamp. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 6 men in the line. Kellencamp takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's going to launch it deep to the right. And it is caught at the 31-yard line. Another back shoulder fade catch made by wide receiver Anderson Sinkar. He is the most trusted target for Kellencamp. And he got the catch there over defensive back Kalen Copper. Ball is spotted at the Maroon 33-yard line. Second down, first down and 10. Kellencamp takes the snap and hands it off to Edwards, running left of the 30 to the 27, and that's where he's taken down by a Maroon defender. And it's Capolino on the tackle. Give him 5 yards at second down and 5 from the Maroon 28-yard line. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 6 men on the line. Kellencamp hands Edwards, running right side of the 26, and that's where he's taken down quickly by defensive lineman Jurgis Schmedlin, sophomore. It'll be third down and makeable at the 26-yard line for this Stag offense. They'll huddle up, break it. Edwards off of Kellencamp's left-hand hip. 6 men on the line, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And Chicago jumps, and a flag is thrown. It looks like they got him with a hard count. We'll see if it's a false start or an offside penalty. But a bunch of Maroon defenders jumped on the line. And it will be an offsides penalty that'll give the Stags a fresh set of downs. So Maroons baited into jumping on a hard count. It was several of them. That'll give the Stags a fresh set of downs at the Maroon 21-yard line. Almost the entire front 7 of this Chicago defense moved on the snap. Kellencamp back to pass. Hands it off Edwards, sweeping left side of the 21 to the 20. Breaks the tackle to the 18, and that's where he's taken down. Crashing down was linebacker Michael DeRazio after a gain of about 3 for Edwards. Second down and 7. Maroons looking to stop this 7-0 Stag lead from getting any longer. For getting any larger for these, so their offense can go back to work. Second down and 7. Kellencamp in a pistol, Edwards behind him. He hands Edwards, running left side of the 20, 15, 10. Edwards cuts left side of the 5 and bursts to the pylon. Touchdown Stags. As Justin Edwards records his 44th career touchdown, his first of 2024. And the Stags extend their lead to 13-0 here in quarter number 1. Said at the start of the show that stopping Edwards would need to be the Maroons' #1 priority. On that snap, he got the better of them as he just burst into the end zone to extend the Stags' lead. Now, kicker Bruto is on for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, and Bruto knocks it through the uprights. It is 14-0 Stags with 3:14 to play in the first quarter. Not how you want to start a tenure if you're Max Andrews. So now freshman receiver Mikey Yesayan back to return after that penalty on the last kickoff. Back to the Maroons up. Dylan Sherman places the ball on the tee at the 35-yard line and walks back as the Maroon offense needs an answer on this drive to stop this 14-0 deficit from worsening. Sherman approaches the ball and kicks it with his right foot. It's a high one. Yesayan fields it. Make that a different player at about the 10, move to the 25 to the 30, and that's where he's taken down. Miles Parlett, freshman, had some nice burst to get some ground on that kickoff return. And they will spot the ball at the 32-yard line. So a good start for this Maroon offense. Kyle James will start this drive at running back. Freshman Moses Mooney out to the left, and one more out to the right. That is Aiden Neva. 7 men on the line. Rough under center. Man goes in motion. And they'll hand it off James, running right side of the 30 to the 35, and he'll get stopped and pushed out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, so a good start to the drive for Kyle James. Give him 3 at about the 35, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. As Miles Parlett re-enters the game at running back. Had a nice run last drive, but then his helmet came off and he had to leave. Here he goes out wide. James behind Ruff, who's under center once more. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ruff takes the snap, hands, no, fake it to James, and now he's in trouble and he's going to be sacked. Oh man, that did not work for Jack Ruff, as the play was diagnosed the whole time by linebacker Austin Anderson. Tried to do a play-action roll to the left, but Anderson never bit on the running back, and that's a big sack for Ruff. Back to about the 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd and very long. 3rd down and 17. Pass blocking back comes in for the Maroons, Jake Lowry, sophomore out of Summit, New Jersey. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right. Ruff sends a man in motion toward the line. That's Aiden Mandel, tight end. Ruff back to pass. He's going to look and throw it. Intercepted by the Stags. It went right to him. Oh, goodness. As Jack Ruff threw it right into the hands of defensive back Kevin White. And that's an interception, the first of the season for Ruff. Man. I think he was looking for wide out Moses Mooney, who had just kind of stopped his route on the right sideline. He thought he'd found a hole in the zone defense. Ruff thought he would keep running the route and threw it right into the hands of White. So, a bad start to another drive for this offense. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Stags at the Maroon 38-yard line. Kellencott hands Edwards, running right side of the 35. Edwards is hit and stopped right about there for a gain of about 3. There's a flag on the play as Edwards picked up 3 running to the right side. And that'll be a holding call on the Stags. It'll set him back 10 yards, 1st down and 20. A minute 22 to play in the first quarter. Stags with a 14-0 advantage, and they have the ball. Chicago offense needs to figure something out when they get the ball next. Clock runs down to about a minute. Kellencott in the backfield. Roberts off his right-hand hip. 1 receiver left, 3 right. Kellencott back to pass. He throws to the middle of the field, and that looked incomplete as it was intended for wide receiver, can't see. Intended for wide receiver Mason Cotton, but it hit the ground before it got to him. It was an underthrown ball by Kellencamp. Second down and 20. Trips right, one receiver left. Kellencamp lines up in a shotgun with Edwards off of his left-hand hip. Second down and 20. Kellencamp takes the snap back to pass. Throws a lob ball to the right sideline, and it is deflected and intercepted by the Maroons. And that is picked off by defensive back Jake Horowitz after it was deflected and tipped up into the air by defensive back George O'Brien. There was a flag on the play. But if this play stands, it'll be the first pick of the year and an excellent team effort from O'Brien and Horowitz to get the ball back to this offense. Kellencamp threw it right side. He was looking for wide receiver Daniel Rosenberg, but it was tipped up by O'Brien and intercepted. And so this Maroon offense will get another chance, first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Ball, 46 seconds left in the first quarter. James off of Ruff's left-hand hip. Three receivers right, one to the left. Stags creep up to the line. Snap to Ruff. He's back to pass. Quick screen goes right side to the tight end. That's to the 40, and he leaps and hurdles a man and falls down at about the 42. Aiden Mandel with his first catch of the season, and he hurdled over a Stag defender. Picks up 8. Second down and 2 to the Maroon 43-yard line. James stays in the game at running back. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Ruff takes the snap, hands James, running middle of the field to the 40, 45 to the 50. James into Stag territory and knocked down at about the Stag 48. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter as the Maroon offense finally coming to life. First down run for Kyle James to end off this first quarter. At the end of one, the score, Claremont-Mudd-Scripps 14, Chicago nothing. You're listening to U Chicago Football on Graham Sportscasting Channel. Offense takes the field to begin the second quarter of play. They trail 14-0, but that offense looked a little more lively to end off the first quarter after that interception by Jake Horowitz. First down and 10 from the Stags 48. Ruff in the backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Ruff back to pass, quick screen goes right side to the 40, and that's where Miles Parlett is taken down. Make that wide receiver Diego Solis for a gain of about 9. Make it 8. Second down and 2. Good catch for Solis. Two receivers go right, one to the left. Parlett. Make that James off Ruff's right-hand hip. 2nd down and 2. Ruff takes the snap. He hands James, running right side of the 38 to the 35 and taken down at about the 33, securing the 1st down. Kyle James, senior running back for the Maroons, has made some nice chunk gains on this drive. It's 1st down for the Maroons. They'll send in Miles Parlett to spell James. He'll line up in the backfield next to Ruff. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Moses Mooney still looking for some targets on the right end. Same with Neva on the left. Hand goes Parlett, and he'll spin and get tackled for a loss. He had nowhere to run as he was swarmed by several Stag defenders, including senior defensive lineman Caleb Chang. So it'll be 2nd and long. Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13. 3 receivers go out right, 1 to the left as James re-enters the game to the left of Ruff. Maroons looking to get on the board for the first time in 2024. Ruff takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. He's going to heave it. Throwing to the right side. Intercepted again to the 30. Running to the 35 of the Stags and taken down at about the 47. And again, he threw it right to a defender. This time it's Elijah Costa, who got in the passing lane and picked off the pass from Jack Ruff, his 2nd pick of the night. He was trying to get it to Diego Solis, but just did not see that Costa had occupied the passing lane. And another pick for Jack Ruff, his 2nd of the day. New running back will enter the game for the Stags. This is number 38, or something along those lines. Kellen Comp back to pass. Quick screen goes right side of the 50. Down to about the 47 of the Maroons goes wide receiver Daniel Rosenberg. So a 6-yard pickup on the first play of the drive. Still can't see who that new running back is. But looks like it's Jake Sun, freshman, wearing number 39. Now he'll line up behind Kellen Comp. 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes Sun, running right side of the 45 and taken down right about there by linebacker Michael DeRazio. It'll be a 3rd and very short situation for the Stags at about the Maroon 44. So 3rd down and 1. Robert Edwards will re-enter the game. Justin Edwards re-enters the game for the Stags. As well as tight end Kobe Jorgensen, big guy, as they line up in an offset eye. 3rd down and 1. Handoff goes Edwards, running right side to the 43, and that's enough for a 1st down. As Edwards pounded his way through the pile and picked up a 1st down before being tackled by linebacker Manav Domadia of the Maroons. First down and 10 at the Maroon 43-yard line. Edwards in the backfield alongside Kellen Comp in a single wing formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Kellen Comp takes the snap, hands Edwards, running left side of the 40. Break the tackle to the 35, and that's pushes forward for a few extra yards before being tackled by Maroon defensive back Braden Junker. But a 1st down pickup for Edwards, who is running well to open this 2024 season. 1st and 10 from the Maroon 32 as they line up in the Single wing again. Two receivers right, one left. Edwards off the right hip of Kellenkamp, who takes the snap. He's back to pass. Quick pass goes left side. It is caught at the 30 and moving to the 26-yard line is the receiver for the Stags as he moved to the sideline. That was, couldn't really see who that was. Maybe Jack Davis? A 6-yard pickup for the Stags. 2nd down and 4. Same formation as last play. Edwards off the left hip of Kellenkamp. Takes the snap, back to pass. This is a different quarterback. He throws it deep now, and it is tipped and incomplete. Braden Junker got a hand on the pass from junior quarterback Peter Boehm. Braden Junker out of Moeller High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. Almost had another great tip. Boehm wanted to throw it deep for Gabe Menendez de Alencar. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Boehm stays in the game. Roberts off his left hip. Two receivers right, one left. 3rd down and 4. Maroon defense looking for a stop. Boehm back to pass. He throws it to the right side. 1-on-1, and he makes the catch, and running into the end zone for a touchdown is Mason Cotton, senior wide receiver for Claremont-Mudd-Scripps. Chicago thinks it may have been a push-off, but there was no call, so the first touchdown for Peter Boehm. He throws it to Mason Cotton for a medium distance touchdown pass. 20-0 Stags here in quarter number 2. Contesting that for Chicago was defensive back Sterling Sakashita, who had 2 interceptions last year. Extra point kick is good from Rick Bruto, and it's 21-0 in favor of the Stags with 9:02 to play in the second quarter. Just not how you want to start off a game. 3 touchdowns now. Rushing touchdown for Boehm, passing touchdown for Boehm, and a rushing touchdown for Justin Edwards. Sherman ready for another kickoff. 9 minutes to play in the second quarter, and the Stags have just been controlling this game. Two picks by junior quarterback Jack Ruff. Which have killed otherwise promising drives. Sherman, with the ball on the tee, approaches it and kicks it with his right foot. It's a high kick, fielded at about the 15, moving to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and running right side after being taken down. A flag is thrown on the tackle. Return man was Mikey Yasayan, freshman wide receiver. We'll see what the flag was. It was thrown right at about the time that Mikey Yasayan got tackled. But it will be another holding penalty on the Maroons. So, flag was thrown at the 25, so they'll move the ball back. Looks like we'll get flag at the 20. We'll move the ball back to the 10-yard line. That's where the Maroon offense will start this drive. So these special teams penalties are really worsening the field position by quite a lot. 1st down and 10 from the Maroon 10-yard line. Kyle James behind junior quarterback Jack Ruff, who's looking to bounce back from in a rough first half where he's already thrown 2 interceptions. Ruff under center. Sends a man in motion. Into the wing. Hands it off James. No, will keep it. Rolling left side. Ruff throws across his body, and that is incomplete. He overthrew his intended target, Aiden Nova. It was well over his head and landed in no man's land around a circle of Stags. 2nd down and 10. Tight end Mackie Keenan will enter the game. Number 89 out of Westlake, Ohio. 2nd down and 10. Ruff stays under center with James behind him. Ruff takes the snap. He's hands it off James, and James is swarmed and taken down behind the line of scrimmage by linebacker Joey Asta, who got in there and blew that play up for a loss of maybe 3 or 4. It'll be 3rd and long. James got the handoff, but Asta simply blew through the line on a run blitz. Blew the play up. Third down and 11. Ball on the Maroon 9. Chicago offense wants a big play here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. James off of Ruff's right-hand hip. Ruff takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking right side. Going middle of the field, and it's incomplete. He was trying to fit it in there to Aiden Neva, but it was broken up by a Stag. There's a penalty flag down. Kevin White, junior defensive back, on that pass breakup. We'll see what the flag is. Flag is a holding penalty that is declined, so it'll be 4th down and 11. And the Maroons will have to punt from in their own end zone. Sophomore punter Tad Tan out of Alexandria, Virginia, punting from his own end zone. Gets the snap here, kicks it away, almost blocked, but he does get it away to about the 41, and that's where it's fair caught by junior defensive back Nick Wild. So it'll be another great start. Great starting field position for this Stag offense, up 21-0 with 7:44 to go in the 2nd quarter. Walter Kellenkamp has taken the most snaps at quarterback, but it's been his backup, Peter Boehm, who's gotten 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air. Edwards off his right hip now. Hand goes Edwards to the 40, to the 35, through the middle of the field, and cuts back and trips on a piece of turf. While trying to make a cut after a gain of about 10. Henry Partridge, defensive back, was in there on that stop. But it'll be enough for a Stag 1st down to the Maroon 31-yard line on a good run by Justin Edwards, senior leader of this offense, at running back. 1st down and 10. Same formation. Kellenkamp, back to pass now. He looks, he throws left side, it's caught at the 15 and moving to the 10-yard line, and that's where the receiver is tackled. That was Gabe Menendez de Alencar on a 21-yard pickup for the Stags on a good pass from Kellenkamp, and now the Stags will send Peter Boehm back out there at quarterback. Menendez de Alencar was matched up with sophomore quarterback Kalen Copper, and the Stags took advantage of the matchup for a 1st down. 1st and goal from the 10. Peter Boehm in at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands Edwards, running left side to the 8, and pushes his way forward to about the 6 before he's tackled by a storm of Maroons. Braden Junker at the top of the pile, as well as Zach Meyer, junior defensive lineman. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Boehm still in at quarterback. Edwards off his left hip. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Boehm Hands, no, keep it. Running right side, and he's dragged down and stopped. First contact was made by, well, it looks like maybe Aiden Nova again, but he was eventually swarmed and stopped by defensive lineman Zach Meyer for a loss of about 3 or 4. It's third down. As this Maroon defense looking to get off the field. Third down and goal from the 10. Bohm still in at quarterback with Edwards off his left hip. 2 receivers both sides. And the Maroon lineman jumps. It might have been caused by contact. Zach Meyer. We had a flag on the field. Now the players are running the sidelines. So possibly a timeout called before that penalty was committed. Let's see what happened there. Don't see why players are huddled up. It looks like a timeout called by somebody. 5:10 to play in the second quarter, with the Stags up 21-0 over the Chicago Maroons in Max Andrews' first game as head coach. Players still huddled up. Now they'll break the huddle and return to the field. Peter Bohm still in the game at quarterback with Edwards off his right hip. 2 receivers on each side. Third down and goal from the Maroon 10-yard line. The Chicago defense looking to get a big stop here. Bohm ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it. He's back to pass. He throws to the end zone, and it is incomplete. An off-target throw in the direction of Anderson Sinkar, and he was defended by linebacker Aiden Capolina, so he would not have gotten to the end zone even if that was an accurate ball. It's fourth down and goal, and the Stags will send out their field goal unit. Rich Bruto on to attempt a 28-yard field goal. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick by Bruto is right through the uprights. And that extends the Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags lead to 24-0 over the Chicago Maroons, with 5:06 to play in the second quarter. Story of the game so far is this offense has not been able to get consistent production, and on their one drive that they did, rough through the pick, and then it's just been nothing good from there. First game back jitters for Ruff. His younger brother was recruited onto the team this year, Max Ruff. He's also playing quarterback, wearing number 12. 2 years, 2 classes his younger. Dylan Sherman with the ball on the tee, 4:59 to play in the second quarter. Stags up 24-0. Sherman approaches the ball and kicks it off with his right foot. It's a high one. Fielded at about the 5 by a Maroon to the 15 to the 20, cuts right side of the 25, and that's where he's taken down. Past the 30-yard line, Josh Minton, junior defensive back, on that return to about the 31-yard line. And that is where the Maroons will start the game, start the drive. Ball spotted on the 32. And we're going to have a change at quarterback for this drive. Teddy Golden, senior quarterback from Bernardsville, New Jersey, completed 3 touchdowns and no interceptions last year, will enter at quarterback, flanked by James. Golden hands James, running middle of the field to the 35, to the 39, and upended at about the 40-yard line. Stop was made there by freshman defensive back Carson Navarro for the Stags. 2nd down and 3 on a 7-yard run by Kyle James. So Teddy Golden backed up rough last year. Now after his slow start, he's in at quarterback. 2 receivers both sides. He sends Mandel in motion to the left side. Golden back to pass for the first time. He throws middle of the field, and it is tipped and incomplete. An inaccurate throw. He's trying to get it to Diego Solis, but it was off target, and it was tipped and fluttered to the ground harmlessly. 3rd down and 3. After the incomplete pass by Golden. So Max Andrews making the change. Let's see if it pays off here. 3rd down and 3. Golden ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it. He hands James Gunn at the middle of the 40 and stops short of the first down at about the 41-yard line. Kyle James. Ball to about the 41. It'll be 4th down and 1. Golden and the offense looking to the sidelines and looks like they're going to be standing on the field. Nope, they're going to walk off. They were standing there for just a moment. Now, both units going to the side. We might have a timeout called by Max Andrews to talk this 4th and 1 play over. The ball is on the Maroons' 41-yard line. They are trailing 24-0. They're looking for any semblance of offense to try to cut into this big Stag lead. Chicago slowly breaks the huddle. We'll see what personnel are coming out. 3:53 to play in quarter number 2. Break the huddle, and it is the offense. 4th down and 1 from their own 41-yard line. James off of the left-hand hip of Golden. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Big play here. Golden ready for the shotgun snap, and a false start. Looks like an offensive lineman jumped. That might have been freshman Chaz Carson. And that'll change the calculus, and the offense will run off the field. So they don't even get the 4th and 1 play off, as Carson and freshman next to him, Michael Schneider, both flinched a little bit. And that'll send the punt team on. So Tad Tan will punt. Ball on the 36. Tan standing at about his own 26. Snap to Tan. Back to kick. Punts it away, and it's a high one. It will be fielded about the 26, and a fair catch is called for and made by the Stags return man. Stags returner was Andrew Carrasquillo, cornerback. At about the 27-yard line, so 3:46 to play. Kellenkamp will come back out alongside freshman running back Jake Sun. 6 men on the line, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Stags looking to extend this 24-0 lead they have over the Chicago Maroons. Hand goes to Sun, running right side of the 30, and cut down at about the 34-yard line, so a solid run for Sun. He was dropped by defensive lineman Christopher Symington after a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 from the Stags' 34-yard line. 3:20 on the clock and counting. Kellenkamp back to pass now. Quick cross goes right side. Now he's going to be wrapped up, and he just has to throw it out of bounds. He was pressured hard by a blitzing linebacker, Aiden Capolino, making plays all over the field for this defense. Capolino couldn't wrap him up, but it forced Kellenkamp to throw the ball out of bounds harmlessly. 3rd down and 4. Looking to get the ball back to this Maroon offense. They really want to stop here to try to cut into this halftime lead. 3rd and 4. Kellenkamp hands it off to Sun. And Sun, no, he's going to keep it on a play action, and it goes to the ground, but looks like the receiver dropped it. Kellenkamp had me fooled, but intended receiver Anderson Sykar dropped it. And it's a 3 and out for Kellenkamp and this Stag offense. And they'll send out the punt team for what feels like the first time today. So Kellenkamp had a really good ball fake, rolled out to the right, and then Anderson Sykar had a chance to make a diving catch, but he bobbled it. And now here comes the punt team. Snap is good. Punt is away. Fielded about the... No, it's gonna bounce out of bounds. Never had a chance to field it. That was Josh Minton. It bounced out of bounds around the Maroon 40-yard line with 2:54 to play in the second quarter. And the offense will come back out there. Teddy Golden will remain in the game at quarterback after Jack Ruff's slow start. Jake Lowry in it running back on 1st down from the Maroon 40-yard line. They want some points before halftime to try to make this game a little closer. 1st down and 10. Golden, under center, hands to Lowry, and he is tackled quickly after no gain. He got nothing on that play, Jake Lowry, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Maroons line up in a heavy bunch set, 2 receivers to the right. Lowry off of the left flank of Golden. 2nd down and 10, 2:35 to play and counting in the second quarter. Golden back to pass. He throws right side, and it is caught for a 1st down and moving to the 46 to the Stags is wide receiver Aiden Neva. A 1st down completion for Teddy Golden into Stag territory. 2:19 to play in the second quarter as the ball is spotted on the Stag 47-yard line. First completion of the season for Teddy Golden. Now the ball is picked up, and they're going to move it back a yard to the 48. Now the ref gets out of the way. Golden, quick snap, and a quick whistle. We'll see what happened there. And it was a timeout called by the Maroons. Their 2nd of the half. So they will wait a little bit. And huddle up to discuss how to operate these final 2 minutes. Ref talking a lot on the middle of the field. After the break, Lowry still off the left flank of Golden. Two receivers each side. Golden back to pass. He's looking right. He throws right. Looking for Neva, and it is overthrown. Neva almost had a play on that, but just a little bit too long. Incomplete on first down, 2nd and 10. Aiden Neva, just a little shy of 1,000 yards in his breakout season last year. He also had 9 touchdowns. Best returning receiver on this team. 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Golden back to pass again. He wants Neva again. He's looking to the right side, and it is off of Neva's hands as he was defended closely by defensive back Gabriel Lee, freshman. Golden took 1 step back and threw it in Neva's direction. It was more accurate than last time, but it was just off of his hands. 3rd down and 10. Minute 51 to play here in quarter number 3. Maroons trailing 24-0. They want some points before halftime. Golden back to pass again. And he's pressured and he's going to be dragged. Oh, he's going to stay alive and now roll to the left side, and now he's finally going to get taken down. The sack now goes to Michael Hauk, junior defensive end, but for a moment there it looked like Golden might have been able to get away from the pressure. Pressure was put on by Andrew Massino, freshman defensive lineman. He could not wrap him up, but he slowed him down enough for Hauk to get to him. Clock at 1:12 and counting. Tan back to punt. Rolls to the right and punts it with his right foot. It's a good one. To about the 25, rolling toward the end zone, and the Maroons can't make a play on it, so it'll bounce into the end zone as Diego Solis was chasing after it. But it rolled into the end zone for a touchback. With 55 seconds to play, the Stags offense will get it back, leading 24-0. Kellen Comp will come back out there. Freshman running back Jake Sun getting some run. 2 receivers each side. Stags looking for points before the break with the ball on their 20. 1st down and 10. Kellen Comp back to pass. And he tried to do a delayed draw play to Sun. That was blown up by a blitzing player through the A gap. That was Zach Meyer, defensive lineman, who just clogged up the gap for a loss of 4 yards, back to about the 16, and the Stags are in no hurry to keep this drive going. "20 seconds left in the half. Kellen Comp just biding his time. Handoff goes to Sun, running left side of the 20, and that's where he's taken down by linebacker Michael DeRazio, and that will end the first half. So Claremont-Mudd-Scripps, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Maroons were blanked in the half. 24-0 in favor of the Stags. at halftime. You're listening to U Chicago Football on Graham Sportscasting Channel.
Defense doing just a great job of making this offensive line really uncomfortable today.
Welcome back to Chicago Football on Graham's Sportscasting channel. It's time now to take a look at stats from the first half. So, the quarterbacking situation has been less than ideal. Jack Ruff started the game. He went 2 for 7 with 2 interceptions thrown, only 16 yards, and took 2 sacks. Quarterback rating of minus 9.4. After a couple more drives, Tyler Golden came in. He threw 4 passes, 1 completion for 12 yards. He also took 1 sack. On the rushing end, Kyle James got the most touches. He got 8 carries, got 24 yards out of them, and freshman Miles Parlett came in to relieve him. He got 4 carries for 19 yards with a long of 12, the longest, tied for the longest play of the ball game. Aiden Neva, Diego Solis, and Aiden Mandel all made 1 catch to account for Chicago's only 3 catches. Neva with a 12-yard catch, so those were tied for the longest play of the first half. On defense, the star of the game has been Aiden Capinelli, who has 7 total tackles. Symington with a tackle for loss, and Zach Meyer with 1, and as well as Seamus Kelly, defensive lineman, all had a tackle for loss. Those were the only real havoc plays by this Chicago defense. For the Stags, Kuhlenkamp 6 of 13 with an interception, a long pass of 30, 85 yards for Kuhlenkamp. And Peter Boehm, who's coming to relieve him, 1 completion that was for a touchdown on 3 attempts, as well as a rushing touchdown. Kuhlenkamp 2 carries for 13, but Justin Edwards picking up where he left off last year, 12 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown. Jake Sun in relief, 4 carries for 16 yards, and Anderson Sinkar, the big star on the receiving end for the Stags, 4 catches for 58 yards, and Miles Cotton with the touchdown. Mason Cotton. The Stag defense has racked up 6 tackles for loss and 3 total sacks on the Maroon offense. When we come back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to Chicago Football on Graham's Sportscasting channel. Welcome back to U Chicago Football on Graham's Sportscasting Channel. We are about ready to begin the third quarter of play with the Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags holding a 24-0 lead over the Chicago Maroons. And the big story of that first half was how much CMS's defensive line dominated the game. 3 of 11 and 3 sacks for the two quarterbacks from the Maroons combined. And not a lot of rushing success for the Maroons either. So they've got a lot of work to do to try to cut into this lead here in the second half. Dylan Sherman, kicker for the Stags, places the ball on the tee as he did several times in the first quarter. And prepares to kick it away. Sherman approaches the ball and kicks it with his right foot. A high kick, end over end, that will be fielded at about the 2, running to the 20 and the 24, and that's where he's tackled. Returner was out of my sight. That was Josh Minton, junior defensive back, returning the ball to about the 25-yard line. Ball spotted on the 24. And that's where this Maroon offense will take the field. And after a not so great first half, Jack Ruff is back out there at quarterback after 2 drives of Teddy Golden. So Ruff with James behind him, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right to begin the third quarter. Ruff gives it on an end around, and that goes nowhere as Diego Solis was tackled very quickly by linebacker George Scaff. No gain for Solis, second down and 10. So nothing doing on the first play of the second half for the Maroon offense. Now they'll line up in a shotgun look with Ruff having James to his right hip, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ruff, ready for the snap, gets it. He's back to pass, quick screen goes left side, and that is Mandel who breaks out of 1 tackle, but then gets low by the second man for a loss of 2 at the Maroon 23-yard line. Aiden Mandel loses yards on the screen pass. It's third down and 11. So the Maroons looking to avoid a 3-and-out in their opening drive here. Ruff lines up on the shotgun again, 2 receivers each side with James off his left hip. He motions Mandel closer to the line. Ruff is back to pass. He's pressured. He evades it. He runs to the 20 to the 25 and not much further than that as he was taken down by a defensive end, Michael Hauk, and a 3-and-out to start this half for the Maroon offense. Now, fourth down and 8. Tom Tan back to punt and barely gets it away once again. It was possibly partially blocked, takes a friendly bounce, and rolls down at about the 48, and that's where it's downed by the long snapper, C.J. Schuster. So a modest punt, and the Stags will start their first drive of the second half at their own 48-yard line. First down and 10 for the Stags. Ball at the 48-yard line, and Kellenkampf and gives it up the middle. That's Edwards for a gain of about 3 to the 49 of the Maroons. Second down and 7. Justin Edwards, 5'9", 206 out of East Hampton, Connecticut. 43 touchdowns. Make it 44 after the one he had today in his career. Second down and 8. Takes the snap. Hands Edwards running right side. He is taken down quickly at about the midfield stripe for a loss of 1. In on that tackle was number 42. Don't know who that is. Seamus Kelly. And that's a loss of 2 for Edwards. Back to the Stag 49-yard line. Third down and 9. With 11:30 to go in the third quarter, Stags up 24-0. Kellenkamp is back to pass. Fakes a handoff and throws to the left side where it is caught at the Maroon 41-yard line. That pass was hauled in by Gabe Menendez de Alencar. Very close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. They'll put it at the 43 of the Maroons. It'll be fourth down and 1. Kellenkamp, all of them 11 men at the line. They're going to go for it. Fourth down and 1. Kellenkamp in an I formation offset. Under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to the up back. Edwards fell forward. We'll see where they spot the ball. And they'll give Edwards the first down. So Justin Edwards on the 1-yard run to about the 41-yard line. Wasn't much, but it was enough to convert the fourth down. And now first down and 10 for the Stags at the Maroon 41-yard line. Kellenkamp takes the snap, fakes a handoff, back to pass, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete, nearly intercepted. As linebacker Michael Dorzio dropped into the passing lane and had hands on it, but could not come up with the interception. It's second down and 10. So a dangerous pass almost was Kellenkamp's second interception of the day. As now it's second and 10. 6 men on the line. Kellenkamp back to pass. Throws right side, caught at about the 32, and that's where the receiver is dropped after a big hit was put on him by defensive back Henry Partridge. And the receiver is coming up limping. Mason Cotton on that catch came up limping after a gain of 7. Third down and 3. He heads to the sideline, and Menendez de Alencar will come in. Third down and 3. They'll send in their big tight end, Kobe Jorgensen, to block. 6 men on the line, and now we get a whistle. And play will stop. A timeout called by Claremont-Mudd-Scripps. 9:24 to play in the third quarter. 24-0 with the Stags driving. That'll be the first time out of the half for the Stags. Timeout is concluded. And the offense will come back out there. Jorgensen no longer on the field on this 3rd down and 3 play. Kellenkamp in the backfield with Edwards off his left hip. Whistle blows. Edwards, and a whistle will stop play before Edwards can get the handoff. They'll move the ball up a yard to the 24 and have the Stags redo the down. We got a referee talking to almost the entire Stags offense right now. Don't know what this is all about. Now they break the huddle. 3rd down and 3, ball on the Maroon 34-yard line. 6 men on the line. Kellenkamp with Edwards off his right-hand hip. Sends a man in motion. Kellenkamp back to pass. Hands Edwards. Left side to the 35 to the 30. And that's where he's taken down by linebacker Aiden Capolino. But it was a 1st down for Edwards, who continues to make plays with his legs to give the Stags a fresh set of downs. First down and 10. 6 men on the line, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kellenkamp. Hands Edwards, left side, going to the 30, taken down at about the 26 as he fell forward. He was caught in a bear hug by Christopher Symington, defensive lineman, but Edwards managed to power through it and fall forward for a couple extra yards. Second and 10 from the Maroon, 27-yard line. Noah Sun will come back in and get the handoff here, running middle of the field and taken down quickly by Symington at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down at about 6. Stags are huddling up. Game clock about half. 3rd quarter about half done. Sun off the left-hand hip of Kellenkamp. Kellenkamp back to pass. Running out of time. Now he's going to scramble to the right to the 25 and get hit and dropped right there. Closing on him in a hurry was senior linebacker Aiden Capolino. Kellenkamp stopped well short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 5, and let's see what personnel they'll bring on here. It will be the field goal team, so this will be a longer field goal try for Nick Bruto. A 45-yard attempt for Rich Bruto from the right hash. Snap is high, hold is good. Kick by Bruto for a 47-yard field goal is no good. It was short. So Bruto could not connect. It was just outside of his range, and the ball will go back to the Maroons, who get a stop. The score is still 24-0, 6:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. And now Jack Ruff and the Maroon offense will come back out there. Ruff, 2 picks already on the day, but Golden was not much better in his short time at quarterback, so might as well ride with your veteran. 6 men on the line for the Maroons. 2 receivers right, 1 left. James off of Ruff's right-hand hip. Ruff ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it. He fakes a handoff, throws to Silva on the sideline, and he's taken out about the 31. Diego Solis was brought down after a gain of about 4 to the 31-yard line. Make it 3. 2nd down and 7. Huddle breaks. 2 receivers go to the left, 1 to the right. Colin Argue, junior wide receiver now into the game for the Maroons, out to the left. Ruff ready for the snap from the pistol. Takes the snap, low one, and he's back to pass. Play action, throws it deep down the left sideline. He wants Argue, but it's way overthrown by Ruff. Intended target was Diego Solis, but he was about 4 steps too far on the deep ball from Jack Ruff. It's 3rd down and 6. Got some technical difficulties on my feed. We'll see where we are when we come back. See if I can get this worked out before the stream comes back. Looks like we had a timeout by Chicago. Still no feed for me. So we'll just wait for this to come back and see what happens. Huddle is broken. My feed is back. 3rd down and 6. 5:43 left in the ball game, and Chicago now down to 2 timeouts. Trying to get some offensive momentum here. Lowry subs into the game at running back. 3 receivers left, 1 right. 3rd down and 6. Jack Ruff lines up in a shotgun. Ruff motions Lowry out wide. 5 wide now. Ruff ready for the snap. He's back to pass. He's going to take it on a draw play up the middle to the 30, and he slides down at about the 39, securing the 1st down for Chicago. And Jack Ruff shows off his legs and gets the Maroons a fresh set of downs at the Chicago 38-yard line. Hurrying to the sideline is offensive lineman Joe Reagan. Can't see who replaced him. Might have been a 6'6" big man in there at some point. Ruff from his own 38. Ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it and hands to Lowry. Going up the middle, cuts right side of the 40 and taking that at about the 43-yard line. In on that stop was linebacker Kevin Prasanna, number 29. 5-yard pickup for Lowry. 2nd down and 5 from their own 43. Ruff, one receiver each side. Ruff motions a man across the line. Takes the snap, back to pass, pressure coming, throws across the middle, and it is tipped and incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Aiden Mandel, on a 2 tight end set, but he was well covered and is incomplete. 3rd down and 5. And we got a Maroon down. Lying face first on the ground, freshman offensive lineman Michael Schneider is down on the field, so we'll get an injury timeout. .409 to play here in quarter number 3. Chicago looking for their first point of the night, trailing 24-0. Now they break the huddle. Ball is on the Chicago 49. 1st and 10. 4:09 to play in the third quarter. Ruff with Lowry off his right hip. Ruff screen pass goes, and it's low and bounces before it is caught on the bounce pass by Diego Solis. So incomplete pass for Ruff. It's 2nd and 10. After the injury timeout, it was a 6-yard completion by Ruff to Aiden Neva. That was missed because of another technical issue. That set up the 1st down incompletion by the Solis. 2nd and 10 from the Chicago 49-yard line. Ruff ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it. He's back to pass. Rolls out to the right. Ruff going to try and heave it, and it's caught at about the 46 of the Stags by wide receiver Colin Argue. That'll shorten the distance a bit. It'll be spotted at the Stag 47-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 with the clock ticking under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Offense looking to finally punch something into the end zone and get on the scoreboard against this Stag defense. 3rd down and 7. Handoff goes Lowry up the middle to the 45, and that's all he'll get. As making the stop for the Stags was defensive lineman Drew Van Komen. It's 4th down and 4 from the Stag 45-yard line, but that was always going to be a setup play call. They'll keep the offense out there on 4th and 4. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Lowry off of Ruff's right hip. 4th down and 4 as they motion Lowry out wide. 5 wide now. Snap to Ruff. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He throws it deep from the right sideline. It is incomplete. Colin Argue made a diving attempt on it, but he could not come up with the pass. It's an incomplete deep ball from Ruff to Argue, and that will turn it over on downs as the Stag defense makes another stop. 1:57 to play in the third quarter. Claremont-Mudd-Scripps leads the University of Chicago 24-0. We could be getting a nope. All right, 1st and 10 for the Stags from their own 45-yard line. Kellenkamp comes out, flanked by Justin Edwards, who's already run for a touchdown today and is nearing 100 yards on the ground. 1st down and 10. A minute 57 to play here in the third quarter. Chicago squeaks to the line. Handoff goes Edwards, sweeping left side, and he is taken down quickly for a loss of 1 or 2 yards. In on that stop was defensive lineman Seamus Kelly. It'll be a loss of a yard to the 44. 2nd down and 11. Second and 11, a minute 18 to go. Edwards flanking Kellenkamp. Back to pass. This is caught at the 43-yard line. That was not Kellenkamp. That was Peter Boehm. But it was, and he delivered a nice accurate ball to the sideline to pick up a 1st down. Anderson Sinkar on the catch for 13 yards to the Chicago 43-yard line. 1st down and 10. Wasn't surprised to see Boehm because he's only been coming in on red zone packages, but now he's still in the game. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Boehm drops the snap, and he's going to get dived on for a loss of several yards, as in there on the stop was Seamus Kelly, who took advantage of the fumbled snap by Boehm, who will now leave in favor of Kellenkamp. Loss of 3 on the play, back to the Maroon 46-yard line. As the third quarter clock nears 0, Stags break the huddle with 17 to go. Edwards off Kellenkamp's left hip. Snap to Kellenkamp, hand to Edwards, running left side of the 45, and he's taken down at about the 41 for a gain of 5 or 6. And the third quarter clock will come to an end, a scoreless quarter. Claremont-Mudd-Scripps 24, Chicago 0. Here at the end of quarter number 3, you're listening to Chicago Football on Graham's Sportscasting Channel. Technical difficulty still up. Now we're back. 3rd down and 8. Bohm back to pass, and he is looking for Cotton on the right side, incomplete. So, just as it came back, we got a playoff, and Peter Bohm. The ball will go back to Chicago on this punt. 14:30 to play in the 4th quarter. Kick is up and away, and fielded by the Maroons at about the 9. That's a fair catch. Josh Minton makes the fair catch at the Chicago 8 with about 14:15 left on the 4th quarter clock. As the Chicago offense will come back out trying to avoid being blanked. They're down 24-0 here in this 4th quarter. Jack Ruff with Kyle James to his left hip. As plays being held up a little bit here. Ruff takes a snap, throws quickly right side, goes to Solis, who plunges forward to about the 16-yard line. A solid gain on the bubble screen for Diego Solis. Give him 9 yards to the 18. So it'll be 2nd and short for the Maroon offense. Moses Mooney out to the left, 2 others wide to the right. James flanking Ruff. Ruff's going to back to pass play action. He's going to launch it deep. He is incomplete in the general direction of Diego Solis, but it fell into no man's land, and that was incomplete. Aiden Neva also there. 3rd down and 1. 24-zip. Maroon offense looking for any sign of life. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ruff in the shotgun, flanked by Kyle James. 3rd and 1. Ruff, handoff James, running right side, gets to the 20, and he's tackled at about the 22, securing the 1st down for the Maroons. So a 1st down run for Kyle James, senior veteran at running back. And that'll give the Maroons a fresh set of downs. 14-14 to go in the 4th quarter. Lines up in the same formation, but now Miles Parlett comes in at running back. Ruff back to pass, screens it out, Parlett to the 20. Parlett running to the 25 and knocked to the bounds at about the 27 by a Stag defender, Cesar Fernandez. Second down and 5 from the Maroon 26-yard line. 13:30 to go in the ballgame. Ruff lines up in the gun. Back to pass. Quick pass goes right side, and it is over the shoulder. Catch is made by Moses Mooney, freshman wide receiver. He just dropped it in the bucket on a pass from Jack Ruff, his best pass of the day. That'll get a 1st down at the Chicago 40-yard line. As he went over the top of his defender. Another quickly back to the line. Ruff sets up in the shotgun again. 1st and 10 from the 40. Ruff back to pass, low snap. He recovers, runs into the 40. Ruff to the 43 and slides down before taking a hit to the head. from a defender that was Kevin White, defensive back, but Ruff turned a bad snap into a couple of yards. Excellent decision making by him for a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 from the Maroon 43-yard line. Tight end Aiden Mendel will enter the game as Ruff is flanked by Miles Parlett. 2nd down and 7. Ruff ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it. He's back to pass. Looks quickly right side, goes to Mandel, and he makes the catch at about the 48-yard line, and that's where he's taken out of bounds by cornerback Grant Foster, freshman, sophomore out of Orland, California. 3rd down and 2 at the Maroon 48-yard line as Mandel will hurry off the field and be replaced by a new tight end, freshman Russell Fry, 6'3", out of Newport Coast, California. 3rd down and 2 from the 48. Jack Ruff, back to pass. Quick pass goes right side, goes to Mooney at the 45, and he's taken out of bounds at the 43 by defensive back Grant Foster, but a 1st down secured for Moses Mooney, wide receiver. So this is looking like Jack Ruff's best drive of the day. He's finding good timing with his wide receivers, Mooney and as well as Solis. 1st down and 10 from the Stag 43-yard line. 11 minutes to go in the ballgame. Fry motions across the line. Ruff back to pass. Blitz is on. Throws left side, and it is caught at the 34-yard line by Moses Mooney, who goes right out of bounds right there. Another 8 or 9 yard pickup for the Maroon offense. Ruff to Mooney. They'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3 as the Maroons advance deeper into Stag territory. So Moses Mooney making some nice catches now. Lowry comes into the game at running back, replacing Parlett. 2nd down and 3. Ball given to Lowry up the middle, running left side of the 30 to the 27, and that's where he's taken down after a nice run by Lowry. So they're making some moves. He was tackled eventually by Griffin King, defensive lineman. 10:30 to go in the ballgame. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Ruff ready for the shotgun snap with Lowry flanked to his left. Ruff back to pass this time. Blitz is on. Throws across the middle. Caught. And bouncing off a defender is Russell Fry to the 15, to the 10, and Fry taken down at about the 9-yard line of the Stags. Finally taken down by Andrew Carrasquilla, defensive back, but it's 1st down and goal as the Maroons are deeper into Stag territory than they've been all night. 1st and goal. Lowry off Ruff's left flank, 10 minutes to play in the ballgame. Jack Ruff back to pass, throws quickly right side, and it is batted down and intercepted. It's picked off, and running back the other way to the 20 is a defensive back who's got a convoy. He's still on his feet to the 35, to the 40, and finally taken down. The Stags have had enough of Ruff's quick passes. Threw to the right side, and it was picked off by defensive back Cesar Fernandez, the 3rd interception tonight thrown by Jack Ruff. And UChicago's most promising drive of the day ends in an interception. They'll say that Fernandez stepped out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, so that's where they'll spot the ball. 1st down and 10 for the Stags offense. 9:38 to play in the ball game. Edwards to the right of Kellencamp, who's back to pass. Kellencamp pressured quickly, and at the feet of Edwards, it'll be an incompletion. But Kellencamp put it at the feet of Edwards. 2nd down and 10 for CMS. Got some technical difficulties on my end, so we'll follow the play-by-play as it happens. Second down and 10. Handoff goes up the middle, Edwards, and he pushes forward to about the 36-yard line where he's tackled by defensive lineman Seamus Kelly. It'll be third down and long for this Stag offense, who just got the ball back after a Jack Ruff interception, his third of the day. Kellenkamp in the shotgun, Edwards to his right flank. He motions a man across the line. Kellenkamp is going to play action pass. He throws to the left sideline, caught at about the 43, and that's where the receiver is tackled. Gabe Menendez de Alencar was fighting for extra yardage. We'll see where they spot the ball. They needed the 42 for the line to gain, and that'll be enough for a CMS first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line as the clock goes down to about 8 minutes. Chicago still has not gotten on the board. Edwards off the right hip of Kellenkamp. In the gun. Kellenkamp gets the snap. He's back to pass. He throws left sideline, and it's caught at the 50 and taken down at the 46-yard line is wideout Mason Cotton. A quick strike from Kellenkamp to Cotton gets the Stags another first down inside Maroon territory at the 46. So Walter Kellenkamp been getting plenty of action, and he's made the most of it with no touchdowns, one pick, but he's been generally efficient throwing the ball. Let me look at his numbers. 10 of 19, one interception, 117 yards, no touchdowns. First and 10 from the 47-yard line. Kellenkamp gets the snap, hands off to Sun, running up the middle to the 45 to the 40, cuts left side, and he gets tackled at about the 41. Then he spins out of it and falls forward to about the 40-yard line. So a pickup of 7 on an angry run for Jake Sun. A flag is down back at the 45-yard line. So we'll see what this is. And we got a holding penalty going against the Stags. So that will back them up 10 yards. That run by Sun was not perfect. Apparently tainted by a holding penalty. Ball is moved back to the 45-yard line of the Stags. It will be first down at 18. .7:20 on the game clock and counting. First down and 20. Kellenkamp in the backfield in the shotgun. He'll just hand it off to Sun, running right side, and he will be taken down at about the 47 of the Stags after a very short gain. Second down and 16. Kellenkamp in the backfield, 6:30 to play in the ballgame. Back to pass, Kellenkamp. Running out of time, and he's going to be grabbed, and he's going to be sacked. 2 defenders combined for that. One of them was Christopher Symington. And Aiden Neva playing both ways also in on that sack. It's third down and a mile for Kellenkamp and this offense. Technical difficulties. Bohm in the gun. Gets the snap back to pass, lost it on the left sideline, and it is caught, and he's pushed out of bounds. Gabe Montes de Alencar on the catch, and he was pushed out of bounds by defensive back Josh Minton. Not enough for the first down. He was pushed out about the Chicago 40-yard line. About 3 yards shy of the first down marker. We'll see what the CMS offense wants to do, and they will take a timeout. 4:55 to play in the game. 4th down and 3 coming up from the U Chicago 40-yard line. Stags lead at 24-0. They'll take a timeout here. And the Stags will bring out their offense on 4th down and 3 out of the timeout. Bohm, ready for the shotgun snap. And might have been a hard count. Now they look to the sideline. Bohm, back to pass. Throws right side. It is caught at the 35-yard line for a first down. So Bohm on time and accurate. That pass was caught by Anderson Sinkar. And he gets the first down at the 35-yard line of the Maroons. 4:30 to play and counting. New running back into the game for Claremont-Mudd-Scripps. This is number 11, Cooper Nixon. And he gets the ball here running at the middle toward the 30 and taken down at about the 29-yard line by linebacker Michael DeRazia. There is a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what this is. And we got a holding penalty against the Stags. So that will back them up 10 yards to the 45-yard line. So Nixon will have to wait a little bit to get his first touch. First down and 20. Nixon. And he gets the ball here, running to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and that's where Nixon is taken down. A shoestring tackle made by Minton, but a big run for Nixon, and he's down. Oh, gosh. Another penalty flag down in the play at the 45-yard line. And Nixon's hurt. They're going to get another hold against Claremont-Mudd-Scripps. So Nixon again has his big run wiped out. The ball will move back to the 45-yard line of the Stags. It'll be first down and 30. Nixon remains in the game. And a new quarterback into the game. This is sophomore Luke Gildred for the Stags. First down and 30. Handoff goes Nixon sweeping right side, and he'll be tackled after a short gain of 7 to the UChicago 48. DeRazio on that tackle, as well as Aiden Capolino, as the clock continues to run down. Second down and 23 coming up after that 7-yard run. And finally, Cooper Nixon gets to get on the stat sheet. Second down and 23. Gildred sets up in a pistol. Gildred gets the snap, hands Nixon, running right side of the 45, and that's about all he gets as he was taken down by defensive lineman Mark Gorbatenko of the Maroons. So it'll be third down and 10? Thought I saw 2 holding penalties. No, it'll be third down and 20. And we've reached the 2-minute timeout. New to all of college football, not just the FBS games. So we will take a break. 2 minutes to go in the game. Claremont-Mudd-Scripps 24, Chicago 0. They're looking to get the ball back for one last ride after this short break. So the 2-minute timeout is concluded. And the Stags backouts will remain out there. It's Luke Gildred with Nixon flanking him. Third down and 20. Gildred will probably get to go in the air for the first time. They send a man in motion. Justin Edwards. Handoff goes Nixon, right side of the 45 to the 40. Taken down at about the 34 of UChicago, as he was tackled from behind by defensive back Jurgis Schmedrin. That's a defensive lineman. It'll be fourth down and 9, and here comes what looks like the punt team. Minute 30 to go in this fourth quarter. Likely to be the final punt of this ball game, as the Stags look to build on their momentum for their 8-2 season last year. Here's the punt. It's up, and it is into the end zone for a touchback with 1:05 to play. Chicago, Max Andrews will lose his first game. They dropped the Claremont-Mudd-Scripps game last year, but not an encouraging start for the offense. The defense was pretty great, though. Justin Edwards is going to do Justin Edwards things, but other than him, The defense was quite solid. Offense will come out there one last time with 1:04 to play. Ball spotted on the 20 after the touchback. It'll still be the starters. Very excited by what Aiden, Nova, and Mooney bring to the table. That's a solid receiving core. Ruff back to pass. Throws right side. It goes to the running back, James, to the 20 to the 25, and taken out of bounds at about the 30. The clock does not run. 55 seconds to play. And the Maroons will get back to the line quickly. They'll give James 7 yards to about the 27. And retreat. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Ruff in the shotgun. Ruff, back to pass. Throws it and it's tipped up in the air. And it lands, that went a mile high. It got tipped by a defensive lineman, landed at about the 7. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 3 for Ruff in the offense. 54 seconds left in the ball game. Still a long way to go if the Maroons want to break this shutout. Ruff ready for the shotgun snap. He takes it. He's back to pass. Throws toward the right sideline. It is caught at the 40 and running to the 50 and into Stag territory before he's taken down his freshman wide receiver, Moses Mooney, who got up to the 49 of 48 of Claremont-Mudd-Scripps, and they'll spot it at the 47 as the offense hurries to the line. 35 seconds to play. Ruff gets back in the gun. Takes the snap back to pass. Running out of time. Throws left sideline. It is intercepted. And it's picked off for one final time. The 4th interception of the day for Claremont-Mudd-Scripps, picked off by defensive back freshman Carson Navarro. And that will just about do it, as Jack Ruff is going to finish this day 0 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. He wanted Diego Solis on a deep pass on the left sideline, but it was inaccurate. And it went right into the hands of Navarro with 11 seconds to left. The offense will come back on the field. Gildred will take the snap. He'll take a knee. And that should be the end of this ball game. The sidelines move over to shake hands, and that is it. Final score from California, Claremont-Mudd-Scripps 24, Chicago 0. This has been U Chicago Football on Graham Sportscasting Channel.